All right, y'all. So,
Asian is Asian.
And only white guys know of it.
Canadian rapper Drake is certainly known these days for putting the odd bet on UFC fights.
Oh, dude.
Yo, he's like a hella big gambler.
Usually for a lot of money.
He's been losing a lot.
And luck is not on his side all the time. This weekend, he lost a staggering $430,000.
I would get like the occasional reels that pop up where Drake is like playing blackjack for like $1 million.
Oh, shit.
Or like
yeah.
whatever.
Somebody 60 grand to play.
But he's like promoting
they
like
give
a
him their
gambling
stuff.
thing.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Yeah.
It's the online thing where they pay you to like promote it. Yeah.
No, but this one is like a regular bet. He bet $200,000 on Kamaru Usman to defeat the British fighter Leon Edwards.
And he lost.
The British person won. This also comes after earlier in that same night he had bet on Jose Aldo to beat Merab. However,
Did you see that fight, Ron?
also
I didn't
went
see
against
the
him.
Double loss.
Yep, that stake was worth more than the Kamaru fight. That was $230,000 for him.
Do you know if he's betting with the odds or against them?
Those are with the odds.
Those are with the odds.
Those
yeah.
are big favorites.
Damn, that's too
They also have
bad.
that Drake curse,
Yeah.
right? Anytime he's in somebody's corner, walking with them, they lose.
Oh
He's
shit.
the only one
Yeah,
that broke
Izzy.
it.
Izzy's
He's the only one that broke the curse.
Jim Cramer of fight betting.
He really is, though. He like, for example, and even on this past fight, he had originally only bet $149,000 on Kamaru, but then he spent another $49,000 to win in the 4th round. So he just added on to it.
Oh man, because a lot of people think Kamaru Usman is like the lock, right? He's the safest pick, and then he lost this past weekend in a devastating fashion, and it was like a very big upset.
What's devastating fashion?
He was up. He was gonna win the fight.
He was
Like,
whooping the other guy's ass.
it was the equivalent of being up by 20 points in the 4th quarter with a minute to go, and he got KO'd in the last minute. And it was like
Head kick.
It was crazy, dude.
Probably upset of the year.
Oh, dude, it
upset
might be
of the
one of the upsets of like the decade.
That must have made some people a lot of money then.
Matt Serra and GSP was probably the biggest one ever.
But as far as like that was the big one because Matt Serra was supposed to get destroyed by GSP, but Leon Edwards was losing by a staggering margin.
Yeah.
Like, he looked like he was. There was no way. The commentators were like, he needs to do something. Like it's over. The fight's over.
He's never gonna get a shot again.
Yeah, like this is it for him. You know, this can't happen. And it was out of a movie. He knocked him out. And the guy that won, his nickname is Rocky. You know, like he's fucking crazy, dude. Like it doesn't make sense. And then the fight that he had before this, Leon Edwards, the guy who won, he was fighting Nate Diaz. And he was beating Nate Diaz up for 5 rounds. The last minute, he almost got KO'd.
With a slap.
And then the same thing happens, but the reverse for him in this fight.
And the only reason why Leon didn't lose in the last fight is because Nate Diaz, after he like wobbles him, instead of pouncing on his ass, he was like flipping him off and like
pointed at him.
So he let him recover.
I got you. But then so it was pretty fucking crazy, man.
It's like, bad strategy.
Dang.
But Drake is cursed, it seems like. And anybody he bets on, it seems like they
Dude,
lose.
those would be the fights for you to bet on since you're always going underdog.
Yeah. Whatever, bet the opposite of Drake.
If he's doing the favorite, Underdog Joe. Let's go.
Yeah, Drake's first public bet came back in March where he staked an incredible $275,000 on Jorge Masvidal to beat Colby Covington.
That was a bad bet.
And Covington resoundingly beat his competitor. 2 months later, the rapper elected to bet on an outsider, putting down $400,000 on Justin Gaethje, beating Charles Oliveira.
Yeah, but I wonder how much that is relative to how much
Proportionately?
he makes.
For like $50 for
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
I said staggering. I was like, is it staggering for him though? No.
Yeah, honestly.
He's Hotline Bling.
I mean, either way, though, still, like, taking $400,000 and then just, like, losing that in, like, a short amount of time
But-
on a favored person, that must still be, like,
But what
Fuck,
percentage of that is your worth, you know? Because
true.
like if I only have $100 to my name, $25 is a quarter of my net worth.
Yeah.
You know, but is 400 grand even a percent of his worth?
Tiny decimal.
Yeah, and we don't know how he
Drop
spends.
that out of my wallet.
he probably just dropped it out of his wallet. I mean,
Yeah,
his mansion's $100 million, right? I mean,
You know,
he's
he could probably
got-
just take like a chisel and like take 100 grand out of his wall.
Yeah.
You know, like this will cover the bet.
Marble tile.
Yeah, this is this $1 million stucco.
Is he just as bad with the other sports he bets on? Like basketball, football, baseball, he always loses?
I would stay away from this guy.
I'm like, dude, stop betting on me, please.
Please stop.
Ironically, though, when he did win with Israel Adesanya, he ended up taking home around $1 million. So
He
that
bet big there.
kind of covers 3 of his lost fights.
He also bet on these 2 British fighters who fought in the UK, Paddy Pimblett, Paddy the Matty, and then Molly McCann, right? And he won a good amount of money, and he called him up and was like, I'm gonna send you guys a Rolex. I'm gonna send both of you guys a Rolex, which is pretty fucking cool.
That's pretty cool.
But like, that was the other time he won, but who knows?
That is like the universal, like, I'm balling, here's a great gift that you won't turn down. Here's a rollie.
Yeah. Everybody's like a rolling, man.
And it holds value too, so you could resell.
Oh
it.
yeah, dude.
It's freaking crazy.
Appreciates.
He made a $220,000 bet outside of UFC on a guy named Charles Leclerc to win the Spanish Grand Prix in Formula 1, only for the driver to retire from the race due to an engine failure after starting.
That's supposed bad luck.
It's bad luck, dude.
That's on a horse jockey and the guy falls off the horse.
That's kind of funny.
The horse runs off the track.
Yes.
It just runs the opposite way.
It looks like Malice of the Palace. It goes off the stats.
The hooves fall off.
It says,
That never happens.
prior to this, just spending time with Drake appeared to be enough to lead to a catastrophic sporting loss.
Oh shit.
Footballers such as Sergio Aguero, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and Jadon Sancho
They're too busy partying.
Man, that's a real
all gone
curse.
to lose matches shortly after being photographed with the musician.
Oh my god, just from the
Meanwhile,
pictures?
Other sports stars like Serena Williams and Anthony Joshua have also been hit by the Drake curse.
Dude, it's a curse, man.
Real thing, man.
He's getting everybody.
Now, no one's like, hey, no meet and greets, no meet and greets, don't even say hi.
We can't hang out with you, Drake.
Make sure Drake don't come. He's like, he's gonna make a song about how he doesn't get invited to parties.
Dude, I bet if you were an athlete, like on the week of your fight or whatever competition, and you hang out with Drake, that's a huge distraction. That's gonna mess with your head. Because your head, you're like, yo, I made it. I'm chilling with Drake, you know?
I wouldn't even let him into my locker room.
Yeah, you better stay your ass out until after the game.
Curses, man. I'm like, you just don't go around it.
Yeah. It's just bad
I need an
juju.
explanation. I just need to know. No.
Yeah. So on your next fight, fucking Drake hits you up and he goes, yo,
Like,
Ron,
hit
let's
me
hang
up
out.
after my fight.
He's like, if you win, I'll give you a rollie.
It's like,
But you gotta see me now.
I was like, wait, is it over 20 grand? Because we had that wager, right? Anything over 20 grand, this will be on the list. Okay, you could come, Drake.
Those date
Yeah.
justs.
The gold ones, those are over 20.
It's like, hey, how come this one clicks one at a time?
Dang. Imagine though, fucking like you're on top of the world. You're like, this is my biggest fight ever. Drake hits you up to try and hang out, and that's all you can think about. You're like, I'm fucked. Please don't hang out with me, Drake.
I think he also,
Honestly, if you could hang out with my opponent, that would make me
That's great. Send him over.
You just better wish that he's on someone else's corner.
do you guys ever see, because he's from Toronto, right? Is that where
Yeah.
he's from? Yeah. Do you guys ever see the clip of when the Toronto Raptors, the NBA team, they won the championship? And they started interviewing Drake because he was there. He's a huge Toronto Raptors fan. They were interviewing him like he was on the fucking team, dude. And they're like, what do you think about the championship? Why they won? And that viral clip where he's like talking about like, yo, man, I'm just like happy for my city. And he's like, I want my chip with the dip. He kept saying that stupid ass phrase. And he went viral because he was like being interviewed by these NBA reporters asking him like, what do you think the team attributes their success to? And he's like taking, like not taking credit, but he's in a way like,
He's talking like he's a player. He's like,
yeah, it's like, shut up, Drake.
We worked hard all year for this, and we made it happen. We pulled it off. Raptors.
Yeah, dude. And it's just like, oh, man.
Raptors and rappers.
There's a lot of memes of him like hanging out with players, like looking like he's part of the bench, right?
Yeah, yes.
I always see those, yeah. And but he's always like, he always looks like he's bugging them, kind of. They're all like huddled, and he's just like,
What's going on, guys?
What's the next play? What's the next play?
Did you guys ever get into sports betting in a major way? Because I've never done it, but I really want to after we bet together.
What's major to you?
Like the way we did crypto.
Oh, fuck no, dude.
It's too heartbreaking.
at least it'll be quick.
Because I'm playing with Drake numbers and I don't got Drake money.
You have the Drake curse so far.
Drake's calling you up, man.
Yeah, man.
No, like after.
Drake hung out with fucking Kwan the day before the shit dropped.
Oh my god.
probably
that's
did.
what it was.
That photo surfaces.
I actually
bunch of Luna that
played
day.
more money table games than I did sports betting because the sports betting we did it together. That was my first time. But after that, I was like, oh fuck, I can see how this gets so addicting because now you can study the fighters and the game, and you can be like, all right, I think I know which ones are gonna have better odds, you know?
And when you watch the game, it's that much more exciting too.
Because you have money on
We didn't
it.
even watch the game, yeah.
Not together at least.
We should do it next time together.
So start betting on some fights.
And then let's go Drake mode on the bet.
Yeah. Well, whatever Drake bets on, we bet the opposite.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that'd be an interesting like experiment to see like what happens if we do end up being profitable.
We break the curse.
We break the curve.
You're like, oh, we broke the Drake curse. We all lost our money.
Yeah.
Drake's been winning
We
ever
did
since
it.
we did it.
We're the reason why he gets more money.
Yeah. Then he sends us rollies.
Good now, dude.